What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. And today's video is something I thought I'll address because a few days ago, I think a few days ago, but the AP poll came out. Also, before that was the coaches poll. I did before, it was right before this came out. I posted, I think it's on Saturday. Go check out my AP top 25 rankings. So I'll be looking at the official one, but today we'll kick off and we'll take a look at the coaches poll. Right over here, according to U.S. Sports. That's so we'll start off with number one. So I'm gonna go team by team, get my thoughts of what about this, and so let's have the coaches poll. All right, Georgia ranked number one. It's no way. Kirby Smart had a really good team last year. This team won back to back national championship, back to back undefeated season. Won SEC last year. Really good team last year. Got some guys coming back. Obviously got a new quarterback. So see how Georgia does. But I like seeing Georgia over at number one. And then over at number two, got Michigan. Really good team. Like I said, they have coming back. A lot coming back. Got a returning quarterback in Jason McCarthy. Got a returning running back in Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. A pretty good offensive line and really good defense and recruiting really well. Really good job in transfer getting as a steward. A couple of defensive players and offensive linemen to fill up the line of scrimmage. But Michigan coming at number two. Coming up at number three is Alabama. I agree with the top three so far. Alabama's a good team. They're the most talented team. Number four is Ohio State. Number five is LSU. Number six is USC. Number seven is Penn State. Number 8 is Florida State. Number 9, Clemson. Number 10, Tennessee. Washington. And number 11, Texas at 12. Notre Dame at 13. Utah at 14. Oregon at 15. TCU at 15. 17, Kansas State. 18, Oregon State. Number 19, Oklahoma. 20, UNC. Wisconsin coming number 21. 22, Ole Miss. 23, Tulane. Texas Tech at number 24. And number 25, Texas A&M. Let's look at the other votes. Here we go. Other receiving votes. Iowa at 169. Let's get outside the top 25. So at number 26, you will have Iowa. Coming at number 27 is Carolina. Coming at 29, Florida. 30 is UTSA. 31 is Pitt. 32 is UCLA. 33 is Kentucky. 34 Baylor. 35 Troy. Coming in at 36th, Arkansas. 37th, NC State. 38th, Fresno State. 39th, Boise State. Auburn coming 40. 41, Minnesota. Miami will be ranked at 41 for Miami. 42 for Mississippi State. 43 for Oklahoma State. 44 for Missouri. 45 for Maryland. 46 for Methodist SMU. 47 for South Alabama. 49 for Illinois. 50 for Wake Forest. 51 for 52 for Toledo. Coming at 53 is Washington State. 54 Houston. 55 Duke. 56 BYU. 58 57 Arizona. 58 Memphis. 59 Kansas. 60 J Manson. So just outside some teams to keep in mind. I like Iowa. Washington 169. Carolina. I said Carolina may be ranked. I like to see that. UTSA will have a good season last year. USLA, really good team. I thought they'll be ranked. Let's see. Anybody should be ranked here. Maryland had a great season last year. All of this, I think Maryland should have been ranked earlier. Illinois should have been ranked higher. They were a really good team last year. But so was Wake Forest. BYU was good last year. So those are outside the top 25. Outside the top 25, I agree with top 10, actually top 15. This, look, USC, Washington be higher ranked than Utah. Okay, this is really makes sense. The top 15 really makes sense. After the top 15, I do like TCU at 16. I do like Kansas State at 4. I do not like Oklahoma at 19. I think they're like a top 20, top 25. This should be ranked here, top 20. But there could be, this is a coaches poll where they look at the AP poll and see how there's a difference between that. Texas Tech, another team that a lot of people don't know, but I'm kind of high on Texas Tech. This is kind of a dark horse, not like TCU, but this is a team. Don't be surprised if they make it the Big 12 championship. They're not gonna be like TCU. I doubt it'll be like TCU will make the national championship or make it playoff, but I do believe they can make the Big 12. TCU is pretty. Texas Tech is a really good sneaky team. I think will be really good. I have high expectations for them. I got Texas A&M. The reason why they're ranked is another terrible season last year is just the most talented team in the country, number one offense in the country. So this Texas A&M got Robert Trino at coach, so we'll see how they do. Ole Miss is 22. It's interesting to see what Lane Kiffin can do in 2023. Looking for that signature win. Well, Wisconsin at number 21, which I agree. Wisconsin, Luke Fickell essentially did not inherit, the new head coach of Wisconsin did not inherit a really terrible team. He basically had a really good, solid team in Wisconsin. And so there. No Connor at number 20, it makes sense. Despite the defense, the offense is pretty good. With Drake May returning. So really, this is my thoughts so far. So 1 to 15 I agree, 16 to 18 I agree, and 20 to 25 I agree. Is at 19 I think Oklahoma is like too high. So Oklahoma State coming 18, I like that. They're a good team last year. They got DC Ukulele. I think they can improve better. But again, this is where I see a stand. I like Tulane at number 23. They won the bowl game last year. They won the New York, looks like it's USC, so pretty good there. See, I get so Clemson, Tennessee, with Tennessee beat Clemson. I do agree that Federal should be 8th. I have them in top 10 as well. So I think Clemson and Tennessee outside my top 10. I make my rankings. But other than that, I really do agree with this. For the most part, I agree. I mean, I like LSU at 5. They're a good team this year. USC, really good offense. What about the defense? Penn State. So Tennessee at 10, Washington at 11. I do like Texas. I have them in my top 13 anyways, along with Notre Dame. I do believe that, I mean, a little lower than this, but I do believe Texas will be great. I think they will be 12. Other than that, Notre Dame at 13 makes sense. Utah is one team that's got disrespected. A lot of people don't realize, but winning back-to-back Pac-12 champion, being two teams in a row. If we had 2 teams in a row same season, it's probably not by fluke. That's the most difficult things to do. So that's my thoughts. Oregon number 15. I like. Got Jake May Bo Nix coming back. Really good offensive line. Really good offense. I do believe that Oregon will be good in 2023. TCU 16. I agree there. I think TCU, honestly, to my opinion, is going to take a step back. Why? Well, because look, TCU, okay, they made the playoff last year. They made the championship. They do lose Max Duggan, Kendrick Miller, Quentin Johnson, essentially the 3 best players of the team. I think TCU is going to take a step back. So yeah, I do believe TCU is going to take a step back in 2023, but they're not a good team. I like Kansas State 17. Like I said, these are really good rankings. Just outside of the AP football, I kind of agree with some of them. Some of them should be ranked, like Illinois should be ranked someplace. So I do believe that this will reflect college football. When I look at college football, I'm going to look back and forth between these two and see if there's similarities between the two. But other than that, I don't think so. So that's Coach's poll. In a minute, don't forget to check out In a second, I'll be doing AP Poll. What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we'll be checking out the official AP Poll, the preseason AP Poll. I make my own video a few years years ago. Not predict, but okay, my version of AP Poll. Let's see how they're similar to mine. I just looked to the coaches poll today, and I was looking at it. Let's see if the coaches poll matches the AP poll. A lot of times, a lot of years, we see some similarities, some differences. But let's get started. Here we go. All right, here we go. Top 25. Here we go. Coming up at number 25. Number 1 is your Georgia Bulldogs. No brainer there. The top two, argument for Georgia between Michigan for number 1, but Georgia number 1. Number 2, Michigan, no brainer. Very similar to the college poll. I'll show that in a second. But I'm going to compare the two in a second. But, side by side. So, Ohio State and Alabama. So, I say 3, Alabama 4. LSU at 5. USC at 6. 7, Penn State. 8, Florida State. 9, Clemson. Number 10, Washington. 11, Texas. 12, Tennessee. 13, Notre Dame. 15, Utah. 15, Oregon. 16, Kansas State. 17, TCU. 18, Oregon State. Number 19, Wisconsin. Number 20, Oklahoma. Number 21, North Carolina. Number 22, Ole Miss. 23, Texas A&M. Tulane, number 24. And 25, Iowa. Receiving other votes is Texas Tech, South Carolina, UCLA, UTSA, Arkansas, Boise State, Pittsburgh, Kentucky, Louisville, Troy, Kansas, Auburn, Minnesota, Duke, Florida, Mississippi State, Toledo, Baylor, Coastal Carolina, Illinois, NC State, Liberty, James Madison, and Salvador. One thing I will say about this, I'm surprised that Illinois is not ranked. They're a really good team last year, as Talk was to the Coaches Bowl. I don't know where Illinois was ranked, but they forgot Illinois, probably, especially later on in the video, but yeah, they kind of forgot about Illinois. Look, Illinois was a really good team last year. I have them in top 20. I think 16th, I believe. But yeah, really right now, Illinois should be ranked in top 25 before the season. But hey, it's not. I agree with most of the part. I agree with House number 3. Alabama makes a case for number 4. A lot of these make sense. Texas high is 11. I've seen them. These now the only one I'm a hard time making is Iowa at number 25. We saw Texas Tech ranked there. Wow, Texas Tech doesn't get ranked. I'm talking about that in a second. But boy, I am really hard time seeing Iowa at number 25 now. Look, Iowa lost a lot of guys on defense to the draft. I do expect that defense to be slightly better, maybe take a down year. But the offense was horrendous last year. I know they get upgraded quarterback and K. McNamara. I know K. McNamara. In my opinion, look, K. McNamara is a better quarterback than Spencer Pieces, the previous quarterback Iowa had. I get that. But this just seems to be really why. Look, I get Iowa, the hype around Iowa, but I do believe that Iowa's will be. They're like a 10. They win like 10. They win like 10 points. Like 10-3 is kind of the score, right? It's like a 10-3 win. They almost was the West last year, almost a year ago. I think 2021. But they try to keep score. They got a first quarter who's the son of the head coach, which should never hire kids in the first place. But other than that, I just don't know why Iowa. I get the whole of the office. So maybe it is some sense why Iowa will be winning 25, but that did caught me by surprise. So I want to shoot. There you have it. That's the AP poll. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on both AP poll and college poll, and then I'm going to give you some surprise. We'll go a little bit about Texas Tech and Iowa. I just talked about Texas Tech. There's a little surprise too that they were not ranked, but I'll get into that in a second. As I was saying, Texas Tech, I thought they were ranked in the coaches poll, but not in the poll. So some similarities and differences between the two was clearly the Texas Tech and Iowa. Big difference there. The poll, the AP poll mimicked basically the coaches poll for the most part. The big difference was some rankings. So in the coaches poll, Alabama number 3, Ohio State number 4. They flip flopped that. Where Ohio State was number 3, Alabama was 4. So a lot of flip flop between teams. A lot of the teams will rank where the usual coaches rank were very similar to the AP poll. AP poll tends to do that, especially for the preseason. As the season goes further down, that's going to change. But really, it was really similar when it comes to the two polls. Look, Texas. I think the one thing that's really special with Texas Tech now, they're a really good team, and I don't get a lot of disrespect, but they're the type of team that can surprise you. As I said earlier, Texas Tech. I don't like that they rank Iowa at number 25. Well, it's caught similar between two. They're very, very similar though. In terms of AP poll. At Penn State High, Penn State 7, I think. They both had USC. I think 5 to 9 were was the same. Tennessee was like 10, 11 switched there. Washington was like up and down there. Texas was up there. Notre Dame was a 13, I believe. So a lot of these teams remained the same. Like I know Oregon State was like 18 in both polls. They both had Tulane around the same. So very similar AP poll and notice similarities between the two polls. But other than that, I don't see much of a big difference between the two teams. But the two polls. Like I said, I don't know if it's really side by side, but you can tell basically that they were very similar in each other. But there you have it. So that's my again. Here's my this is my reaction to both the coaches poll and AP Top 25. I thought, look, I agree with this poll. For the most part, they were very similar to my poll. I really enjoyed comparing the two to me. I feel like, but other than that, this was pretty cool to see. Pretty accurate for the most part. Both were very similar, like I said. There's some differences there between two, but for the most part, really same. But there, guys. So again, my reaction to the top. I give you a reaction to coach poll, AP poll. It says college football season. This is indicating that stuff will be here before you know it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Share my channel without you guys are social media, so I guess they call X now, I guess, to in this case, whatever it is, please spread my channel around. Like I said, like and subscribing helps the algorithm upgrade, takes no effort, helps the channel out really, it helps the channel out really well. So like that, because like and subscribe. If you like my content, then stay around and subscribe to my channel. Just like that, I am Sports Talk 1 signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.